Hi, everybody. I'm Soledad O'Brien. I'm a journalist and a producer for Matter of Fact with Soledad O'Brien. I'm also the founder and CEO of Soledad O'Brien Productions, and most importantly, a very proud advisory council member for Advancing Black Pathways. It's an initiative from JPMorgan Chase to drive economic growth in the Black community. So thank you for tuning in to the JPMorgan Chase Career Series, which is brought to you by Advancing Black Pathways. So today, Sam Philogene and Rachel Green from JPMorgan Chase's Treasury Chief Investment Office are joining us for a discussion on how you can establish a career in Treasury. They're also going to provide insights into exploring open positions at the firm. So specifically, jobs. We're going to get to that in a moment. First, welcome. Let's begin with, this might seem like a bit of a silly question, but what is Treasury in relation to a bank? Like, what do you do in Treasury? What is the Treasury Chief Investment Office?
So, Treasury Chief Investment Office, we manage the balance sheet on behalf of the firm.
All the money.
and with its liquidity, interest rate, and capital risk infrastructure as well. So what does that mean, right? We fund the bank. All the activities that the line of business are interacting with in terms of debt management and investment, we are part of that. We work with the line of business to make sure that the balance sheet is properly balanced and is properly risk managed as well.
So you're the money guys in one of the biggest banks in the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I what I like to say, right, is corporate treasury itself as a functions. We are the heart of the bank, right? Because if you think about it, the bank itself, every line of business are out there, they have their own objective to work with clients and raise capitals. And corporate treasury itself are the center to kind of look at things holistically across all line of business.
Does every line of business in the bank have its own treasury?
Yes, every line of business has its own treasuries teams and own treasurers, and we are the center that brings all of them together.
So if someone were interested in being in Treasury, it sounds like both of you had strong math and finance backgrounds. Is that what you would recommend? Or, in some other fields, I think people often feel like, well, if I don't have math, if I don't have finance, maybe this is not for me.
Absolutely not. So I think she has a math background, I have a finance background, but we do have many different, people within our organization that does not have those type of degrees as well. So we encourage people within all diverse background and majors to join corporate treasury, because if we think about it, what the skill set that we're looking for is for people to come in and want to make change and bring themselves to the workplace and being able to learn. So with JPMorgan itself, we heavily invested in continuous education. So we train people when they come in into the role, as opposed to someone coming in, they already have all the tangible as well.
What's your day like? I mean, are you up at 5? Are you up at 7?
No. No, I think the day is usually somewhere around like a 9 to 6:30-ish kind of day. So 9.5 hours to get quite a bit of stuff done, to be completely honest. I think a normal day for me, a normal day in quotes, right?
Of which there are no normal days.
Yeah, there are no normal days.
Carry on.
Right, so essentially our team is global, as Sam mentioned. So a lot of times our days will start out mainly in like Bangalore and Poland, so India and Warsaw respectively. So they will actually get a first look at the data for us and kind of pinpoint anything that might look a little bit strange, right? Because essentially numbers are numbers, but you can easily tell when something does not look right. So then our job will be in North America as the day kind of continues and like it starts to become evening in their time locations. We use our time and our rest of the day to find a root cause of the issue and saying, how do we rectify the situation? Like, what do we do as a team to make sure that our reporting is complete and accurate as humanly possible before that 6 p.m. like deadline that we hit every single day. So it is very fast paced. It's a lot of looking through data, problem solving, and then working with other individuals to fully fix the situation as a whole.
If someone wanted to start a career where you're working, what would you advise them to do? I think for a lot of people, right, if your mom or your dad didn't work in finance or didn't necessarily work at a big bank, you might feel, like you're a little bit lost in terms of next steps.
The first thing I would tell them is to apply, right? I think people, especially within our community, we shy away from the banking industry because of the unknown. And I think, so statistics says that, especially people of color, that we don't go with the banking degree, therefore we don't apply for a role, right? So the first thing I would say is like put yourself into the pool, because what we look for is someone that's definitely going to come in and that wants to learn our process, and then if they have the right attitude, we can teach them what we do on a daily basis.
Were there big obstacles? I mean, did you feel like you were able to be taught every step of the way what you needed to know for your job?
Yeah, absolutely. I think for me, a lot of times, the hardest part of starting within this industry is to know that you won't know everything. I think as an inner perfectionist, you want to come into a job and say, I'm helpful, like I'm here to be a resource to you.
How would you describe the culture for people who are thinking about, is banking for me?
There's always something to learn, and I feel like every team member within TCIO is really interested in actually learning it. Like if you have something that like Sam knows that I don't, I want to know. Like I want to be involved. I want to actually have the opportunity to expand my horizons. And I think there's so much information at your fingertips in the liquidity reporting space, especially, that there's always something new to learn. And I think all the team members are very big into collaboration and teaching and just kind of like expelling all the information that they have into everyone else so that we can all kind of thrive and make sure that we do hit our deadlines and that we do the best work humanly possible.
Are there jobs right now in corporate treasury?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There are jobs in, of course, different regions especially in our Delaware office, where we are. The majority of our liquidity reporting and structural interest rate reporting aspect is being done where I am one of the recruiters for our group, where there are jobs there, and then we do have, like Rachel was saying, in Warsaw, in Bangalore, and different part of the states as well.
Somebody who wants to check out the careers that exist, where should they go?
They should check out the careers website at JPMorganChase.com. I think a lot of them are under Corporate Treasury at this point in time. Definitely take a look there.
Thank you, Rachel and Sam. I appreciate all that advice. And also a reminder, you can go to JPMorganChase.com/ABP, Advancing Black Pathways Careers, to catch a replay of this episode and, of course, all the others in our series as well. A big thank you to you guys for your advice, great advice, and also for all of you for tuning in to watch our JP Morgan Chase Career Series. It's brought to you by Advancing Black Pathways. I'm Soledad O'Brien. I'll see you next time.